Yeah, I've enjoyed tremendously going around with MicroSave, visiting MFIs and SHG federations to understand how they would fit in. At the high level, actually, the story is very simple and very clear. I think we all understand the opportunity. I would say I would separate it out into two parts. One is these organizations have channel into communities where banks are not present. That channel can be useful to get to customers, to market to them new services that are currently not available to them, like savings, pensions, and insurance. And it's also a channel potentially for building BC networks, because these organizations, MFIs and SHG federations, within their client base, may be the pool of people who can become banking correspondents. So as a channel partner, it seems intuitive that those might be very useful players. But beyond that, there's one more sense in which they can be useful. As we've been saying several times through this series of talks, getting the right proposition to the customer is going to be important. The current setup of what I would call a naked, no-frills account doesn't really resonate with people. Who is going to help banks figure out what it is the people at the base of the pyramid really want? Where their aspirations are, where their willingness to pay is, how they think about their money. I would suspect that a lot of the people who can help them more in terms of conceptualizing the whole product design, the whole customer experience, the whole marketing around it, are people who have their ear very close to the ground, who have daily contact with the target segment. Wouldn't be surprised if that's MFIs and SHG federations, who are the ones who help banks design the product, not just get to poor people. So I think that the potential is very large. What is less clear is exactly who needs to move when. What's the timing of things? If I was an MFI or an SHG federation, the first decision I would need to make is, do I want to get cash out of my business? Do I see branches banking mobile money essentially as a way to get cash out of my business? Or conversely, am I the one who will take it upon myself to solve the cash liquidity needs of the community? In other words, do I want to become a BC, or do I want to be the enabler of the BC in my area? Or do I want to just wait until there's BCs out there and then be a user of other people's BCs? That is a fundamental choice that I would need to make. The second choice, that high-level choice that I would need to make or be very clear about, is what really is in it for me? Am I aiming to make my operations more efficient? Because removing cash from group meetings, for example, makes them more agile, more shorter. I can dedicate more time in meetings to pursue other developmental objectives other than counting cash. Does it enhance the accountability and the traceability of reconciliation of funds? So one set of objectives might be making my operations more efficient, more reliable. The second set of objectives might be about offering more service to my customers, where I am much more of an aggregator of services rather than necessarily see myself as the channel for my credit. I am more of a supermarket for my customers for their whole financial needs. So I would say those are the two high-level choices that you need to think about very carefully. How you come out on those will determine how ready you are to take advantage of it right now. In general, I think it's very difficult for MFIs and SHG federations to single-handedly build a BC network and a branches banking proposition. They need to work with partners, whether it's banks or others. But what they can do is partner very strongly so that that proposition works particularly strongly in their geographic footprint.